Let's clear one thing up. Studying in Germany is not free. Yes, tuition fees are minimal compared to countries like the US or UK. And in many public universities, you're only paying a semester contribution, typically between 150 euros and 350 euros. But in Baden-Württemberg, you pay an additional 1500 euros per semester. And TUM has a totally different fee structure. But that's where the cheap part ends. Because when you add up rent, health insurance, groceries, semester ticket, books, utilities, and the random chaos of daily life, that free degree starts to feel a lot more expensive. Now, compared to the US and the UK, it might still be cheap, but we have to take this into account that the average student in Germany spends about 950 to 1200 euros a month just to live, not to thrive, not to travel, just to exist. And let's be honest, nobody talks about how tight money really is. Not your professors, not your classmates, definitely not the university brochure. By the way, if you're new to the channel, I'm Essen. I came to Germany as a student in 2015 and have been working as a full-time engineer since 2017. The fact that most jobs require you to have a good grasp of the German language is not exactly grasped by potential students looking to Germany as a place to get higher education. Some only look at the hourly rate and multiply it by 80 to get a monthly income. Even if you are able to get a job, there are so many other things to consider when you get here, as you will find out throughout the video. Starting with the rent, because renting is a nightmare. If you are in Berlin, Munich, Cologne, or anywhere remotely popular, finding affordable student housing can feel like a lottery. The student dorms are usually full months in advance. Shared flats are competitive chaos, and solo apartments, well, don't even think about it unless you're part-time royalty. Many students are paying 400 to 700 euros per month, sometimes more, for a tiny room with thin walls and suspicious plumbing. And with demand soaring, landlords can and do hike prices with little pushback. It's not uncommon for students to spend half their income on housing alone. That doesn't leave much wiggle room, does it? I did my master's in a small city with about 90,000 inhabitants. I was not able to find a dorm room even though I started my search in June while my semester was supposed to start in October. Even then, I had to get a private vacay. I was lucky, to be honest. I was paying about 310 euros in today's worth, but I was sharing a single toilet with 6 other people. On top of that, the shower and kitchen were shared among 12 people. So you can imagine how one would manage if they wanted to take a shower or cook a meal. Many students even share a single room to save money. I had friends who did that, and I understood their situation where saving every single euro was essential, at least till they got good side jobs. But side jobs are not a lifesaver. Yes, you're legally allowed to work 140 full days or 280 half days per year as a student on a visa. Sounds manageable until you try to squeeze a job between back-to-back lectures, lab reports, and that one professor who thinks deadlines are just a suggestion and needs the project report yesterday. The average student job pays between 12 to 15 euros an hour before taxes. But not all gigs are flexible, and not all bosses care about your exam schedule. So you end up working nights or weekends when your friends are out, or when your brain needs a break just to afford laundry detergent and a train ticket. That takes a toll, not just financially but mentally, quietly, consistently. BAföG could be the solution. Ah yes, BAföG, Germany's federal student aid. If you are unaware, BAföG is a state-funded program designed to help students with their financial burdens during their study period. Under certain circumstances, you can also receive an allowance from the state during your studies. In theory, it is a game changer. In practice, a bureaucratic Rubik's Cube. Eligibility depends on your parents' income, your age, your degree program, your nationality, and whether the stars are aligned just right. International students are usually not eligible, and older students may have aged out. Middle-class families are often too rich on paper, even if they are not helping financially. And the application process, it's peak German bureaucracy. If you are interested in learning more about BAföG, or if you are eligible, I have a detailed video which I will link below the like button. The silent budget killers. Here's something they don't teach in orientation. Living in Germany means a constant drizzle of low-level surprise costs. Health insurance is around 130 to 150 euros. And if you're older than 30, then you pay more than 200 euros a month. Printing costs, project material, and rent deposit, which is usually up to 3 months' rent. Even things like visa renewal cost money. And if you're an international student, translation fees, certified copies, and legal assistance can all pop up unexpectedly. These aren't emergencies. They're just Germany. In some federal states, you only get a 6 months visa extension, every time asking you for a visa renewal fee of about 120 euros and show a blocked account, which some banks still require a fee to make. So having an emergency fund is not only important but essential to your existence in Germany. Now let's talk about the part no one talks about, mental toll. Here's where things get personal. Being broke all the time isn't just annoying, it's exhausting and it messes with your head. You start saying no to social plans. You second guess every purchase, even a €4 client donor. You feel like you're failing, even when you're doing everything right. This low-level financial stress creeps into everything: sleep, relationships, motivation, and focus. And because money struggles are still taboo, you end up feeling like you're the only one drowning, when in fact, half the people around you are in a similar situation. Okay, so what can you actually do? Let's shift gears and do some practical stuff that can help you figure out your real monthly baseline. Not what your bank balance looks like after rent, not what you wish you were spending. We're talking fixed costs: rent, insurance, semester fee split over 6 months, food, transport, Wi-Fi or telephone, randoms like washing machine coins, Netflix, coffee, etc. Once you know that number, you can figure out what's flexible and where you're bleeding money without noticing. I have a video sharing exactly that, which you can watch after watching this video. And if you're getting value from this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. Use student perks. Some of the best discounts in Germany are weirdly low-key. Some universities offer a semester ticket for about 150 euros for 6 months, so an average of 25 euros per month. But it's only a regional ticket. Now the Deutschland card makes sense, but not always. Instead of simply buying the ticket, make sure that you will be actually using it. For example, if you want to travel 10 days in a whole month inside your city, and a day ticket is about 4 euros. So on the one side you pay 40 euros and on the other side you pay complete Monatskarte cost. So making an informed decision could save you some money. Museums, gyms, theaters, public pools can also offer good student discounts. Talk to your university council about that. Streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, or YouTube Premium offer students plans too. But honestly speaking, you should not be using these premium subscriptions if you're struggling for money. Now, if you're paying full prices for anything, pause and check. You probably don't have to, but I suggest you do every time you visit a checkout is to ask if there is a student discount. Even if there isn't a student discount, some kind shopkeepers offer a 2 to 3% discount if you simply ask for it. Check if you qualify for Wohngeld. Most people assume students don't qualify. But guess what? If you're not getting BAföG and your income is low, you might be eligible, especially if you live alone or as a couple. It varies by city, rent, and setup, but it's still worth the paperwork. But now this might not be for everyone, but look into it and assess your situation. Visit your local Sozialamt or ask your student association if they can provide you assistance in some way. And let me know in the comments if you want me to make a video on this topic. Don't forget to share some info about your situation. Find a side gig that pays more than euros. Yes, money is the goal, but think long term too. Tutoring, babysitting, translation work, coding gigs. These often offer flexible hours, better pay than the bar work, real resume value, and less physical exhaustion. I remember I got a work student job which paid a little less, but it helped me land my thesis. I've shared this in a video, I'll link that below the like button. Now websites like Studenten Work Job Portal or Indeed with work student filter are great places to start. Mini jobs are also great as they offer you a tax-free solution if you decide to take the less workload route. Detailed video on that in the description. But about financial support from back home. If you are an international student, you might be relying on family help or the other way around. But here's the awkward truth. The euro isn't always kind to foreign currencies. Your parents might be sending what they feel is like a decent amount, but after conversion and cost of living, it barely covers your rent. So talk to them, be honest. They might not realize just how expensive life has gotten here, especially with inflation, energy prices, and rent pressure. If support isn't possible, that's okay too. And if you are supporting your family back home but you can't afford to pay rent, then it might also be a good idea to have an honest discussion with them. Maybe a reduction or even a complete pausing of support for a couple of months while you get back on your feet and find suitable ground to grow from should reduce some unnecessary stress. Community is currency. No joke. Having good roommates, a support circle, or even an active WhatsApp group can save you hundreds. People share grocery hauls, free furniture, job leads, mental health resources, German language help, even leftover food. Find or build that community. It's worth more than another part-time job. Because in hard times, when there is no hope in sight, a good laugh with a friend can make a difference only if you can understand. In addition to what I have shared in this video, students still make mistakes that cost them hundreds of euros and hours of headaches. These mistakes, if you ask me, are easily avoidable as I share in this video.